Welcome to Ethan Live. It's Monday, August the 4th. How are you, Debbie? Long time no see.
No, it's been forever. Yeah. I said right from court to live on Ethan Live. So we're good.
Right. Today is, I know I posted earlier, but today's National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. That's a good one. It is, here's a couple I didn't mention. Civic Holiday, British Columbia Day,
Okay.
Cook Islands Constitution Day. That'd be an interesting place to visit one day, would be the Cook Islands.
Cook Islands. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it would.
What else do we have here? National White Wine Day.
Yeah. Okay. Well, celebrate accordingly.
U.S. Coast Guard birthday today.
Oh, no, that's a good one. Okay.
So we wanted to, they announced the semifinalists for the Hero Dog Awards. And so we wanted to jump on. Yep. And we wanted to jump on and talk about them. But first, we were at court today for Demetrius Hebert here in Jefferson County.
Mm-hmm.
The first one in Jefferson County that we went over to circuit court for.
So I think that's a step forward. I feel like it is. I hope it is, that we're moving along in the system. So
yeah, the picture I posted just about a half hour ago was Ethan looking out the window.
Yeah.
Circuit court. That was kind of a cute little picture, but he was in court, so that was good.
He was
a little late, but he was there. Yeah, he was arraigned. Yeah. They did make it a point to say that he did have a restraining order against the prosecuting witness, which was the female that he assaulted, and they didn't mention it in court, but I don't think he's supposed to be around animals either.
Yeah.
I think that's what they said last time.
Right.
I did make sure that the record button went this particular time, and because I was just looking at seeing if anyone had made a comment, because I couldn't tell whether it was actually working, but we do have a comment on there.
Oh, we do. We are working. We are recording. There you go. Good.
It does say on the Facebook page live, so that's good. All right, so the Hero Dog with the 15th annual Hero Dog Awards.
Yeah, the class of 2025.
Yeah, that should be. They released the names today of the semifinalists, and so we were going to. Here's our plan. So everyone knows, our plan is we're going to reach out to. We're trying to get contact information for every one of them. Some are a little bit more difficult because they don't have social media. Like it seems like the law enforcement and first responder dogs, they might not have social media, and it's hard to find out who the handler or owner is. So we're trying to find that out. In the military is sort of the same thing. But if you know any of these new dogs, please have them reach out to Jeff at EthanAlmighty.com. We would like to get all 25 of them on for 15 minutes, and they can tell a little bit more about their story and why they think all the dogs are heroes, but why they think it would be cool for people to vote for their dogs. So, but we did want to run through them today. To which ones you want to start with?
You want to start with the service dogs?
Yeah, let me pull those up here. So I'm pulling up the right.
Did I give you the last ones you had? So
no, I want to make sure that I'm pulling up the right.
And voting opens today, so people need to know voting begins today. So meet these new dogs and then cast your votes.
Yeah. So voting starts today. And we are in the service and guide hearing dog category.
Right.
And let's see, the first dog we have is Baldwin that I have listed here, which is
a standard poodle from Michigan.
Yeah, I hadn't seen a standard poodle, but 5 years old from, like you said, Wayland, Michigan. They do list on here their superpower, which is life-saving alertness and unwavering loyalty.
Yes. It said his handler is deaf, and so he provides assistance to her, and obviously life saving. At times, he alerted her to a possible gas stove
Oh,
fire.
we need him to go through our neighborhood.
It sounds like it in Jeffersonville.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's Baldwin.
yeah. Invite
Uh,
Baldwin to Jeffersonville. My
right.
goodness, that's the truth.
Uh,
Goodness.
the next service and guide hearing dog is Canella, and we are pronouncing his names as best we can. If we're not pronouncing it right, definitely feel free to reach out to us to be on the show so we can pronounce it properly.
Yeah, what a beauty.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So Canella is a 4-year-old golden retriever from Florida.
Hmm.
Superpower medical alert and lab ready companion.
Yes. And she's got or he. Is it a he or a she? He, I guess. I'm not sure. I think it's a he. His owner is a woman. I do know that. And her name is Cecilia Hernandez. And she, when she graduated from college, Canella received an award for helping her uh, get that degree. So
Very cool.
she's
And Canella is a female.
yes, okay, good. And the woman, the handler, is a chemist. And it said Canella even wears PPE and works in the lab alongside of her. So it's
Yeah,
a
we're
really cool
definitely going to
story.
need to see this PPE. That'll be fun.
Yeah, there is
And
a picture, I think, online. So we'll have to get that. Yeah.
next service and guide hearing dog is Donald.
Yeah, sweet Donald.
Donald is a 6-year-old lab, also from Florida.
Uh-huh.
Superpower, intuitive guidance, and life saving protection.
Yeah. And this one, his handler had lost her vision, central vision, after 25 years of military service.
Wow.
So Donald does the work of helping her, obviously. Yeah. So,
Very, very cool work.
oh, and it said, it's interesting. It said Donald refused to move forward at one time on command, and she didn't know why, but Donald knew that the sidewalk was broken and wouldn't continue on. So,
That is such great work that all these dogs do. The next dog is, let's see, Donald is Justice in
mm-hmm.
the service and guide hearing dog. And Justice is a 7-year-old lab, also from Florida. Where's all these
I
labs
know. I think we got a lot
in
of
Florida?
Floridians. They're just close to American Humane, so they're just staying around there.
Right.
So
They're just going to
yeah,
drive down to the.
yeah. And I think it said that Justice just came into her owner's life at a time when the handler needed somebody desperately. So
Mhm. And
this,
just superpower, grounding presence, and healing compassion.
yeah,
Very cool.
yeah, very cool.
She loves to play in the pool. That's
And
all.
we said Justice. Now, Jeff, am I right? Justice was was in one in another year, prior year.
Yeah, I believe so. I think I remember seeing Justice
I was thinking that name,
past year.
unless it's another dog with the same name, but I was thinking we thought Justice or have been nominated before. So, okay. So there's
Yep.
Justice.
And the last, but certainly not least, service and guide hearing dog this year is Willow.
Yeah.
Willow is a 5-year-old lab from Las Vegas, Nevada. Superpower, fearless advocate, and compassionate companion.
And you see her little bandana with the turtle. I
Mm-hmm.
had to read about that. She helps protect the Mojave Desert tortoises, but she's also very involved with autism.
Huh.
Said she helped uncover an autism diagnosis.
That's very
So,
cool. I
yeah,
believe. Let's go back. I thought. You should have looked this up ahead of time, but I thought Willow
had
was
been nominated for.
no. Well, yeah,
No.
I think so. Yeah. but I thought Willow had been on Robin's Nest before, but maybe
Oh,
maybe
okay.
not. I could be
We'll
wrong
have to
about that.
go back.
Facts are optional on this show. Uh,
Hey, we're doing this very quickly. These were just released. This is hot. These
we've
are
got
hot off the press.
we've got a quick turnaround, don't we? Okay.
Yeah.
So those are the five in the service and guide and hearing dog category. Um,
Yeah. Some great nominees. Going to be hard there.
yep. All right. So our next category, which one are you going to go to next?
Oh, let's go to ours, that one that touches our hearts. Let's go to the emerging hero and shelter dogs.
Okay. So emerging in hero and shelter dogs, and the
Yeah.
first one there is well, where did
Leo. Do you have Leo?
I do, but it's not coming up.
Oh,
That's
there.
Leo.
No, that's
That's Leo.
Canella. Oh,
Now,
there's Leo.
so
Yeah.
Leo is 1.5-year-old Cocker Spaniel from Pittsford, New York. Superpower: inspiring children to embrace what makes them unique. This is the
Yes.
emerging hero and shelter dog category.
Right. Leo has a cleft lip and palate. So they have used that to help children and visit children's hospitals so that children that are different understand that they are not broken, as we talked about the other day, that it's
Mm-hmm.
okay to be different.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Leo visits children's hospitals. That's very, very
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
The
thought that was
second
good.
The second one in the emerging hero and shelter dog category is Parker.
Yeah, look at Parker.
Parker is a 2-year-old standard poodle from Cherokee County, Georgia. Superpower: turning trauma into courage, one paw at a time.
Yeah, this one was a little bit different. Of course, you're a lot more familiar with the shelter dogs, but this one was a little different that he comforts victims of felony crimes. And
Mm-hmm. I
so
saw that.
he works a lot with children in courtrooms. So thought that was a very interesting and wonderful superpower there.
Mm-hmm. Works through the district attorney's office. That would be supports children and adults. That'd be very cool. I'd love to hear more about that particular
Yeah.
story and how that goes. Our third finalist in that emerging and shelter category is Linda. Linda is an 8-year-old German Shepherd from Coral Gables, Florida.
Another Floridian.
Superpower: unshakable resilience and unconditional love.
Yeah, she's got a kind of a sweet story. It was um, she was marked for euthanasia, as you all will read, and then somebody, of course, gave her chance, and it said she is a gentle soul that shines her beacon for overlooked senior shelter dogs.
Senior shelter dogs. Very, very cool.
So that was kind of close to our hearts.
Our fourth semifinalist in the emerging and shelter hero category is Lieutenant Dan. Lieutenant Dan is a trained walker coonhound from New Richmond, Ohio. Superpower: spreading joy and confidence with every smile. And Lieutenant Dan has a beautiful little smile there.
Yes. And now, wasn't a Lieutenant Dan on here before? Am I just thinking of Lieutenant Dan from?
No, I think Lieutenant Dan was a finalist in or semifinalist in another year also.
Okay, I was thinking. I wasn't sure. I thought, well, maybe I'm thinking Forrest Gump and Lieutenant Dan.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, Lieutenant Dan obviously has some limb deformities,
Mm-hmm.
and
And
he
loves to hike and
back, legs, and tail. Yeah. So.
The last, but again, certainly not least in the emerging and shelter hero category is Roxy. That's how I'm going to
Mhm.
pronounce that, so I know different. Roxy is a 4-year-old pit bull from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Superpower: spreading love and free pet food with a smile.
Yeah, isn't that neat? Since she gets food out to animals in need. So I thought that's a different superpower. But isn't
That's
that
very
cool? Yeah. So that was one we hadn't had before, but still very wonderful superpower. So yeah. So they're the shelter animals.
Emerging hero and shelter animals
Yeah.
category. So
Yeah.
there's that one. Which one you want to go to next?
All right. You got law enforcement.
Law enforcement and first responder category. And let's see, where am I at here? The first
And
one in
these
that
are
category is
uh Canine
Canine
Mac.
Mac.
Yeah, and these
And
are the ones I said it's always harder to read their stories and distinguish and
mhm.
decide who to vote for because their stories tend to be very similar, obviously, because of the work they do.
So Canine Mac is a 3-year-old Belgian Malinois from Gaston County, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm. And he
His
is
superpower is his scent tracking nose.
right, and so he specializes in tracking and trailing human remains.
Mhm. Very,
So
very,
obviously, that's a service to people that are looking for their lost ones. So
yep, very important service to
yes,
law
very
enforcement
very important.
community. The next one in this category is Bubba.
And look at that Bubba.
Look at Bubba. Bubba's a 4-year-old bloodhound from Washington, D.C., and his superpower is his commitment.
And it says he has an extraordinary sense of smell, as those type dogs do, don't they? So he locates missing people and fugitives.
We could use his help too, locating some fugitives. We'll
Yeah,
call on
we
Bubba
may
to come on over to
visit.
Kentucky.
Yeah, we could use him for sure. Look at
All
that
right.
face.
The next one in the law enforcement and first responder category is Harrison. So
Right.
Harrison is a 2-year-old Labrador Retriever from Caldwell County, North Carolina. Superpower tracking down evidence.
Yeah, he's the only one that was mentioned in his bio that it says he was their county's first electronics scent detection expert. And so there are only a very few dogs that were certified to do that in North Carolina. So they use that, of course, in a lot of criminal investigations.
That would be
But
interesting to learn a little bit
especially,
more about that also.
yeah, it said he specializes in cases with crimes against children. So.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Always
Yeah,
great work.
these are amazing. Yeah.
The next one in the law enforcement and first responder category is Tiller. Tiller
Mhm.
is a 4-year-old lab golden retriever mix from Norfolk, Virginia. Superpower bringing peace amid chaos.
Yeah, he's the one. Now, his is a little bit different. He works at the Metropolitan Washington Airport. So he makes connections there. It said offering uh,
Is that
comfort to first responders, families, and civilians alike. But what was very interesting, he was part of the team who supported the DCA airport staff when they had the tragic plane crash there in Washington in January.
that's very cool. I thought you were trying to make a funny play on words that he works at the airport and he makes connections.
Oh yeah, I was doing that. I just didn't know
Yeah,
that you would pick
it's
up
good.
on
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
yeah, but
yeah,
that's yeah. You talk about amid chaos. As everyone knows, you go to the airport. Half the time, it's chaos.
yeah, it is.
So
So,
the last but certainly not least one in the dog in the law enforcement and first responder category is Peyton. And
mm-hmm.
Peyton is a German short haired pointer, 5 years old, from Washington, D.C. Also, superpower bravery and dedication.
Yeah, it said he works for the Washington, D.C. Police Department. And so his focus and determination helps ensure that countless people are safe. They didn't give as much specifics, I don't think, on his story. So, but that's what's on there.
But if they come on here, we'd love to hear
We can, yeah, they can.
we'd love to
And
hear all about.
they need to come on and give us some more information about Peyton because I'm sure Peyton has all kinds of jobs at the police department. So
Yeah, I'd love to hear more and more. And like I would love to, again, we're going to invite each one on. I'm going to, if I can get their contact information, ask them to send me 3 or 4 additional pictures
Oh,
that they
that'll
might,
be so fun. So we'll
that they
just have
might
to
want
try.
to share, and then talk a little bit more about their case. Which category you want to go to next?
What you got? My military?
Yeah, let's go to military. Let's see. First dog in the military is Abby. And
Hmm.
Abby is a 7-year-old German Shepherd from Yuma, Arizona. Superpower her nose, which allows her to know that her handler is never far away.
Yeah, and it said she is approaching retirement and said she had fading eyesight, but said she was a timeless guardian and guided by her powerful nose. Said she had suffered for an unknown amount of time, but it never slowed her down.
Never slowed her down, go right back
Yeah,
to work. The next
yeah.
dog in the military dog is Fancy.
And
And
fancy, she has FF in there on
Mhm.
FFANCY.
So Fancy is a 10-year-old Belgian Malinois from Bargonaut, New Jersey. I think that's how you spell that or pronounce that.
Yeah, maybe.
Superpower, unbreakable spirit.
Yeah, so she received all kinds of medals from the state of New Jersey for her service. She enjoys retirement now, so she is also retired. Her handler was a fellow disabled veteran. So,
And what a way to honor her in her retirement.
yeah, she had
Semi-
paralysis in her hind legs, it
Mm.
said, as she ended her years of service. So,
And the
yeah.
next one in the military category is Joker. And Joker is a 9-year-old Belgian Malinois from Enid, Oklahoma. Superpower, unshakable focus, and heart of gold.
Also retired, but his is a little bit different. He was deployed overseas and worked with the Secret Service.
Oh, okay. That's very cool.
So I think that, yeah, yeah. So a little bit different work there for him.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's wonderful to see all the dogs that have worked through the military program
Uh-huh.
and are now retired, even if they're still working. But it's wonderful to honor them. Next one in
Yeah.
this category is Canine Ultra, 4-year-old German Shepherd Dutch Shepherd mix from Matawan, New Jersey. Superpower seamlessly transitioning from play mode to mission mode.
Yeah. He's also a military working dog, it says. What was interesting about him was that he actually worked a couple of vice presidential motorcades, clearing the areas to make sure everything was okay. So,
Very cool. Very cool. That
and
is
it's a she. Canine
very nice.
Mm-hmm.
The last dog in the military category, last but not least, is Misha.
Yeah, yeah. We've
And
had a
Misha,
lot of Belgian. Hmm.
Misha is an 8-year-old Belgian Malinois from Willow Hill, Pennsylvania. Superpower, fiercely loyal with a gentle, loving heart.
I love these superpowers. She was trained to detect explosives. So that was her area of expertise. So it said she served on numerous high level security missions, being deployed with national leaders. So, and especially responding to multiple bomb threats. So,
Very cool. Very cool. Heather's trying to chime in here with facts. Of course,
oh,
the
did you
North
look some?
Carolina dogs, but you know what? You got to log on, Heather, if you want us to talk about these facts. All right. So,
No shortcuts.
yeah,
No shortcuts. You got
you
to
know, get
come
your
on.
you get your comments read out loud. All right. So let's see. We got one category left. Therapy dog, Heather.
Yeah, the therapy
All
dogs.
right. So let's go to the therapy dog category, and the first dog up we have is Jagger.
Jack, look at that face.
Jagger is, I think it's Jagger, hopefully, a 3-year-old Boro from Bargonet, New Jersey. That's the second dog we
I
got from
know.
Bargonet,
Yeah,
New
from
Jersey.
that same. Uh huh. Okay.
Superpower, his connection to people.
He assists first responders, trauma survivors, and it said he works in the prosecutor's office.
Oh, that's cool. Another dog working in the prosecutor's office.
Maybe that's that same place in New Jersey, but okay. Yes, another one in. It said in May of 2024, 8 officers were shot and 4 were killed in North Carolina. Jaeger and his handler went there to help.
That's very nice and set there.
Yeah. So he has
Wonderful story.
in North Carolina also.
Let's see. The next one in the therapy dog category is Quentin. And Quentin is a 3-year-old lab golden retriever mix from Tampa, Florida. Superpower is calming presence.
Yeah, he works at the Tampa Veterans Hospital in the spinal cord injury unit.
Very
Where
nice.
he helps. Yeah. Said he's known around the hospital and he has his own ID badge. As he should.
That's very
Isn't that cool? Yeah, I think that one's in it. Yeah. I
All right.
like that.
Our next one in the therapy category is Rigby. And Rigby is the 7-year-old golden retriever from Tuxedo Park, New York. The superpower of lifting spirits.
Okay. Now it said that Rigby served in the Pause for Patients program at the Children's Hospital of New York and brings joy to patients, family, and staff.
And brings a calming presence to all the folks that he deals with.
Yeah. What? So he deals with a lot of visiting children.
Our next dog in this therapy category is Rudy, providing comfort to other heroes. Rudy is a 6-year-old standard poodle from Los Angeles, California. Superpower, providing comfort to other heroes.
Yeah, it said he's received a lot of letters of commendation from the Los Angeles Police Department and the Sheriff's Department for his community contribution.
He's helped out with California wildfires.
Yeah, and he provides comfort to the EMTs, infants, children's, adults, seniors, and their family members after major disasters. Look at that face. That would comfort. Look at that. But yeah, goodness.
All right. And the last semifinalist for this year, this last but not least, is Sergeant Bo. And Sergeant Bo is a 6-year-old mixed breed from Nashville, Tennessee. Superpower, providing comfort.
Yeah, now he just recently retired from the Nashville Police Department. But what I liked about his story, he helps de-escalate children in crisis, which is a wonderful, wonderful superpower. But he was once a stray.
Yeah.
So I thought, yeah. So then he became obviously the handler. I'd love to talk to their handler and see how he went from being a stray to being semifinalist for the wouldn't that be great?
That would be very cool. Very cool. So that's all of the dogs. Just a little brief rundown. Hopefully we will be in touch with hopefully we'll be in touch with some of those folks that would like to come on and talk, about 10 or 15 minutes more give us a little bit more about their story. We'll put some more pictures up there, give everyone, that's your chance to really give your spiel for, hey, here, vote for my dog.
Right. And anybody that has any connections or have heard of these dogs in that particular state, if you know how to get a hold of them, let us know. Oh, look at that one.
Nominations are now closed, but voting is now open.
Now, you do have to remind people, Jeff, because they want to vote for Ethan, that he will not be nominated again, unfortunately.
No, it is time to recognize some other dogs through American Humane Hero Dog Awards, which are January the 9th in West Palm Beach, Florida.
Right. Now, if there was a place to put on the ballot, though, we could certainly write in. If we had the opportunity, we would be re-voting for Ethan. But
No,
We don't have that.
exactly. Now I will say this. I want to give all these dogs the platform that they deserve and tell their story. And so I want
Right.
to officially make sure that we give the the invitation to all 25 dogs to come on here. I want you to give your reason and advocate for your own hero dog. We can't, because Ethan is a past hero dog, we can't make any recommendations or talk about who we might vote for or would vote for. So you won't
Right.
hear us say that. But
Yeah.
I would, you do have the right to come on and advocate for your own dog,
Yeah.
as passionately as you would like.
Yeah, definitely. And the Ethan family loves to do the voting. So come on and tell us more information about their dogs so we know, so we can make an informed decision.
Yep. So I would hopefully we'll get a hold of some folks, have them on, and tell some more stories about some wonderful hero dogs, and move forward. And these folks have joined the hero dog community.
All right. Class of 2025.
Yep. Do you have your little book handy? Do we have any more court cases this week that we're attending?
Yes, I do have my book handy. It's become where it just follows me wherever I go. Today in court, which we will be paying attention to, is David Schneider in Muhlenberg. We just, couldn't be in two places at one time today, unfortunately. So he has a pretrial. Hopefully, it will become a trial date and not just a pretrial date. Then on the 5th, we have Blaze Green in Harrison County. Unfortunately, his counts were all animal cruelty, but he is being sentenced.
Hmm.
It is a sentencing hearing.
Okay.
So, and then Regina Packwell in Livingston is going to have a hearing also. Don't believe we're to sentencing or anything there. It's a pre-trial.
Okay.
She's the one that left the 12 dogs with no food or water and 3 died. And that's in Livingston. And then the only other one this week, it's actually Jefferson County, is our Amelia Gomez is on the 7th. So we're back to Jefferson
So
County again.
back on Thursday, back to me, Gomez, and last help me remember last time went to the courthouse for her.
We
she didn't
never, the
she didn't show
attorney,
up.
right, exactly. We sat there all that time and nothing. So it was just another court date appeared. So she's got another court date.
Well,
So
we'll just keep going to them, I guess.
yeah, until, I will say at least we learned today, hopefully that's the case, that in Jefferson County, once it's thrown to circuit court, it is a little bit more organized. Is that a fair word?
I think so. Yeah, I think the folks that are even part of it would agree to that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously the judge called case after case. The lawyers were present. We weren't sitting waiting for attorneys to walk in. So, yeah. But then, there are several more cases the next week, all through August, but there are a lot in September. Cases that have been rolled and pushed and pushed and pushed, or a lot of them coming up in September. So
Sounds
just keep,
good. We'll keep everybody up to speed, and as soon as we hear from some folks that want to come on and talk about their hero dogs, we'll let everybody know. So,
yeah.
thank
All
you for all
right.
your help, Debbie. It's good to see you. Thanks to everybody for
Yeah.
watching, and go
Yeah.
to
Go vote.
AmericanHumane.org and vote.
Yeah. Go vote. Okay.
Talk to everybody soon.
Bye-bye.